Alright guys, my name's Dave King and I'm here to show you to take full advantage of your Sky Plus HD box by adding Sky Anytime Plus. Now for those of you who don't know, Sky Anytime Plus is an on-demand service available from Sky which gives you access to great content from the movies, sports and other entertainment channels. And what I'm going to do with this video is give you a little demonstration of what you need, your setup options, and at the end we're going to give you a little demonstration of how the Anytime Plus service works through your Sky Plus HD box. So starting off with what you need, you'll first of all need a compatible Sky Plus HD box. The model I've got here is the DRX 890 from Amstrad. Secondly, you need a Sky broadband subscription. Now we recommend taking the broadband unlimited due to the amount of files you're going to be downloading. The file size will be quite a lot, so Sky broadband unlimited for £7.50 if you don't already subscribe to it. You will get a router that's similar to this. This is just one of the models. If you already have Sky broadband and your router doesn't look like this, it's perfectly fine. As long as Sky supplied the router to you and you do have the subscription to the broadband, that's perfect. And third, you'll need a Sky TV subscription. Now crucially, this is going to determine what channels you can actually get on Sky Anytime Plus. So for example, if you have the Sky Movies pack, then that's going to give you access to the over 500 movies that are available through the service. Now what we're going to do is move on to your setup options. Okay, so setting up your Sky Anytime Plus service couldn't be easier. All we need to do is simply connect your Sky broadband router to your Sky Plus HD box. Now of course this does depend on how close your Sky broadband router is to your Sky Plus HD box itself. As you well know, your router will be plugged into your telephone socket, and this may not necessarily be in the same room or even beside your Sky Plus HD box. A couple of different solutions, we'll come to that a wee while. The first thing though, if you are lucky enough to have your telephone socket next to the TV, you can use your existing standard yellow cable, Ethernet cable from Sky, if you're not already using this. Now this cable will simply connect into one of the Ethernet ports in the back, to your Ethernet port in the back of your Sky Plus HD box. If you don't have this or it's already in use, don't worry, there is help. You can use any Ethernet cable as long as it's got the right Ethernet connections on both ends. It does not have to be yellow, trust me. That's the most basic setup. We'll give that a little demonstration in a little while. What we also find though is we recommend having your Sky broadband router plugged into your master socket for the fastest possible speed. Now unfortunately these master sockets can be placed in rather difficult places. It can be in your hallway, it could be in the bedroom upstairs, or in some cases it could even be in your toilet. Trust me, I've had customers that are like that. But when we actually get the router connected, as I said before, as long as these two services are connected by a cable, the service will work. So you can either go out and buy an extra long Ethernet cable. As I say, as long as the connectors is an Ethernet cable, the service will work. Sky will actually come out and supply you, if you can't connect it yourself. The current price is £40. Check with Sky, it can actually change, and there may be different offers at some point. With the services being connected, it will automatically kick in the Sky Anytime Plus service as long as there's an active broadband connection to your router. Now the other option is if you don't want to have the unsightly cables, because they're not exactly the thinnest cables out there, running around your house, you can pick up the Sky wireless connector. Best thing to do is contact Sky. Once again, the price of this could change. Currently £60, but of course when I make this video the price could actually vary. We'll give you a little demonstration of setting up in a little while, but what we're going to do is quite simply connect the Ethernet cable up as I demonstrated before. So it doesn't have to be colour specific, but for the sake of the video we'll plug this into the yellow one, and there's only one port on here, and there we go. So when that's all connected up, all we're looking for in the router is any one of these four Ethernet lights lit up. So number one's lit up, which is the port I've plugged it into. Just for a fact of demonstration, plug into the green one, that's into number 4. So you see it's changing here. So that indicates that the router knows that the box is connected up, and that's quite easily how we get Ethernet services set up. Now as I say, I'll give a little demonstration of the screen which will appear on the TV once we've done the wireless connector, but we'll move on to this next for you. So now we're going to take a closer look at the Sky wireless connector. As you can see, nice simple box, pretty much tells you exactly what it does. Connects your Sky Plus HD box to your Sky broadband router. And for the environmentally conscious, there is a little website in the back. To find out more about recycling this product, visit sky.com/environment and believe in better. So nice and simple packaging. For the sake of the review, I've actually taken off the plastic wrapping that comes with it. And when we open up the box, we'll see what we get inside. Now, it does come with a setup guide, a nice colour brochure which shows you how to connect everything up, and some screenshots as well. It comes with some Netgear terms and conditions, because it's a Netgear equipment that you're getting. The network connector itself, the wireless connector, which is packaged in this plastic bag, and as you can see, has a similar styling to both the HD box and the Sky router. A little closer look, you'll see on the back we have a similar green port that was on the back of both your broadband router and the HD box, so Ethernet connection. A reset hole, which is if you need to reset the adapter itself, on-off switch, and a plug for your power supply, which also comes in the box. Also get on the front 3 lights. There's your power light, your wireless light, and your Ethernet light. Now, these lights should all be working when the service is in use. Of course, when Ethernet connections, you've got cable connected, that should be on. When it's connected to your wireless router, that should be on. And if this isn't on, then you may have a bit of trouble with your services, because this is your important power light. See, nice Sky brand on the front. I think it's a nice little piece of kit which will sit on top of your HD box. And we also have, importantly, the power supply by Netgear, and the Ethernet cable, which, as I say, once again, doesn't have to be yellow, but this has, for the sake of connecting it up, the green connectors, so you know it goes through green ports. And that's all we have inside the box. So what we're going to do is give a little setup guide with the services. Okay, so the way we set up your wireless connector, much the same as how you do with your router. First of all, we're going to have to get some power to this unit. So what we do is you get a power connector which is already in the socket, plug it in the second it says power, switch the on button, just hear it click, look around the front, you've got the all important power light on, turn it back round again, place it down here, the green colour coordination for your Ethernet cable. See, there's only one port on both the adapter and on the HD box. Luckily they do give you a nice long cable for this, so it doesn't have to be exactly on top of the box, and that plugs in like so. And when it's plugged in, like the router, this light's on here. Now at the moment, because we don't have the Sky broadband set up with the wireless triggered to the actual box itself, we will give you a little demonstration with screenshots. This light will actually come on when the wireless has actually been connected. Much like your other services, if there's a wireless connection, it does have to use as a network key, but the Sky Plus HD box will allow you to type this in. So we're going to give you a little demonstration of that just now. Okay, so we're going to have a closer look at the Anytime Plus service. We're going to start off with what the service looks like without the broadband connected. So we're just going to go into your TV guide, and you'll see the bottom left hand corner there's the red Anytime button. Now you press that at the moment, it's just going to give you your basic Anytime menu. So it's just a list of all the programs that are already downloaded to the box through your satellite dish. So that's the main difference, of course, that Anytime you will still be able to access through Anytime Plus, but this is your basic menu. So generally if there's a technical fault with Anytime Plus, it's going to default back to this. Now when you connect in your broadband connection, be it a wired Ethernet connection or through the wireless bridge that I'm currently using, which I'll be using for this purpose, you will get a network message coming up. Network cables should just automatically bring you up with the Anytime Plus menu. This will change if you go back out, go back in, and get Anytime Plus menu. When there's a wireless connection, it of course has to do the security connecting to the wireless network, to your router. So I'm going to plug in the wireless network just now. And what you should see is it's searching for local networks, much like your laptop or iPod would do. And there it's found some networks in the area. So what we're going to do is select the My Network, which is port chop 2. No need to ask. We just press select on that, but before we do, you can see there's a manual wireless configuration. Most customers won't need to use this. It's for people that may be tech savvy and want to set up their private network. This is really the basic option, is selecting your network from the list. And you see it's secure enabled, and it's going to ask you for your wireless password. So I'm going to come back in a few seconds and we'll continue from here once I put the password in. Okay, so I've put my network key into the password box. You can see it's all blanked out at the moment. This importantly has to be in capitals as well, just like any other network key. So if you press your select button, it's going to give you the message saying connecting to a network, please wait. And after about sort of 30 seconds to a minute, that's all it should take. We should actually have the connection being confirmed. So we should see that in any second now. And there we go. So when you see this page, it means we've definitely got a connection. Should you see in the local connection and service connection a fail, that means that there is no broadband connection to the box. Also, some details on here is your network name, which is your router. So I've got port job 2. And the little padlock, of course, means that I've got the security key. It's got the encryption type on here, the signal strength of your router, and your IP address, which links your wireless bridge. That's its ID on your broadband equipment. And finally, you've got channel minus is your DHCP, which isn't really relevant for most customers. It just basically means that we have got a definite and active connection on our equipment. I'm just going to go into your wireless configuration menu since I've never done it before. And here, this is where you can put your network name, security, encryption, password, and so you can see the settings. There's your IP configuration. So if customers are having problems connecting to the wireless, you can go into a little bit more detail with the settings. Not generally something that we really do support. You tend to find it's more customers that are more likely to, as I said before, alter their own network. They'll go into these settings. So if you try and save them, network settings require all sections to be completed, backup. So there's no point of us actually being here at the moment. We've got our connection working, and that's what we're worried about. So if we go into our TV guide and back to our Anytime again, this is the screen we're looking for. This is your Anytime Plus, for those of you who haven't seen it before. Big difference from the original one, as you may notice, instead of it just being a list of programs, it's giving into sort of pictures. Now your Anytime service is still here, but mainly it's your showcase menu it comes under. And it's the exact same programs we had before, but these are your recordings that are actually recorded to the box from the satellite dish. And the little play icon here indicates that this is ready to play right now. So you can just go in there, press select, and then just play a program. I won't do that because you probably know what that's like already. It's the same as your Sky Plus services. When you go into these top menus, so your movies, this is now into Anytime Plus. If the movie is actually already recorded in your box, it'll just play straight away. But most of these events you will have to actually download. So we've got movies, entertainment, documentaries, kids, sports, news, box office, the all menu, which is very handy if you're looking for a specific film or program. You can just go into the list of what's available. So you see here's a list of all the films that are on this menu. Channels. So if you want to see what's on a particular, you like Sky One, you want to see what's available to download from them, you can go to the relevant channel and just give you a little breakdown here. And as you see, this is actually listed because there's so many different options. There's no point in having pictures. So if you see, if you go down to, let's give a little option here, the Colour of Magic, the little box to the right hand side tells you it's stacked, just like your Sky Plus, which means there's more than one episode to download. So what we'll do is we'll start to record Colour of Magic. So just press select. That'll show now right hand side that it's recording. And that's the process now of actually downloading to your box. Now what you can also do in this screen while it's recording is if you press the red button, you'll see in the bottom left hand corner it's got view trailer. If you press red on that, in your top right hand corner it's going to give you a little trailer demonstration. It's only 2 megabytes, doesn't take long. I'll just put the volume up.
Do you think it could be the home of the dragons? Don't be ridiculous. Dragons don't exist.
And there you go, just give you a little bit of a demonstration of what's actually on there. So if you hadn't heard of Colour of Magic, then you can see what it's like. You press red again, stops the trailer, and I see that's currently in the process of downloading to your box. So if we come back out of this, and we just go back to your movies. Another way you can see the recordings, especially good for the movies if you want to watch a film as soon as possible. If you go into the menus, they each have individual categories as well. So in this instance, we've got all, same as before, just a list of all the films that are available in alphabetical order. We've got most popular, recently added, last chance, which are films that are about to come off the service soon. Box set, which breaks the films into categories. So you might have a special like Wheel of Liam, it's all your Liam Neeson films in here, like A-Team, Clash of the Titans. To come back out of there, we've got obviously Halloween coming up, so we've got things that go bump in the night. So there's your horror films, Paranormal Activity, A Nightmare on Elm Street, all there to select. Hidden Gems, so these are your independent films. So you get the gist, it kind of categorises the films to make it easier for somebody to actually find the films they're after. And then it goes into individual categories, and of course, like, press right to the far right, you've got all your different options available for you. So what we're looking for here is we'll go to sci-fi just as a random pick. There's your options for your films, and let's say you quite fancy watching Avatar, and it's got the little icon at this side here, which means there's a trailer available. So you just press your red button if you want to view that. But if you want to start recording it to your box, you can press select, and that's going to start recording that to your equipment. Now at the moment, it's not showing any details for this being recorded, because what's happened, the more I'm recording, so let's select a few more, Predators, Total Recall, you can just keep hitting record as much as you like. It's going to show the little record symbol, and it's actually starting to stack up your recordings for you. So the way we want to check and prioritise the recordings, because at the moment these aren't actually being downloaded to the box, if you go into your TV guide as normal, and one of the best way I suggest is pressing your green button for your planner, and there's a list of all my recordings in the box. Now you will find them on this menu, but to simplify it, if you press your right arrow across to download, there we go, that's showing you a little list of what we've got in the box already. So as you can see at the very top, I've recorded the film Old School. Now this is still in the progress of going through, but it is available for me to watch. If you look at the top left hand corner, when you first start to record the program for the first time, it's going to show you some details. So available to view, which means obviously I can watch it. It's got a little play icon on the right hand side. It also says downloaded 64% complete, so that's just going to go through the motions. When it's 100%, it's going to move on to the Colour of Magic. It's going to go into the next program. 8 to 8 minutes, and you see the file size for this movie is 820 megabytes. Now this is why I do recommend going on the Broadband Unlimited, because you know everyday light, 2 gigabytes, a couple of films, 2 or 3 films, and you've used your usage for the whole month. Never mind your broadband browsing. So any customers that want this service or are interested in it, certainly unlimited, you can download to your heart's content as long as your box has got the space. Now if say for example we think, oh, I don't really want to watch Old School at the moment, I much prefer to get Avatar in the box sooner. You'll see the little options at the bottom. You've got your green for move to top, and that's just basically putting your priority list. It won't do multiple downloads. To get the films on as quick as possible and the programs, it'll go for the first, second, third, and it'll just come off this list and into your planner once it's finished. So let's say we want to put Avatar on. We'll move that to the top, and there we go, that's now scheduled to go and it's downloading. Now at the moment I can't watch this because you see a little play icon, it's just got the record. So look at Old School, little play icon, I can play it. It needs to get to at least 2 or 3% on the recording before it's going to allow me to play this. And you can see there we go, download 1%, the top left hand corner up here underneath Avatar. Now you see this is in itself is almost somebody's usage allowance, 1.4 gigabytes for Avatar because it's that long a film. And this is actually just in Sky Movies. There is the HD versions available as well, which can take a lot more space. There's certain films like this one, you'll see this program will be deleted at 10:59 PM Friday 23rd December. Some movies do have a restriction on how long you keep them on the box. This is just one example. Most content you will be able to view and keep on the box as long as you like, but especially movies, It's as long as we've probably got the license to maybe show them as well. As you know, it is part of your subscription as well as your Sky Plus, where you can record. That's not as strict, but this is a little bit stricter in terms of how long you can use it. Now that's 4% complete. The little record icon on the right hand side is now turned into a play icon. So if I press select on that now, same options as Sky Plus. You can go for the start, user defined, or the end. Won't let you go to the end just now because it's still downloading, but of course if that's fully downloaded you can go to the end of the program. But if you go to the very start, jump straight in and just brings you your logo. Now although it's streaming in the background, we can still use the same functionality: fast forward, play, pause. All your Sky Plus functionality is available. And see, let's fast forward over. Now eventually if you do keep on fast forwarding, it will catch up to the actual end of the program. So let's just do that and see how long it takes. Yeah, it's quite a bit. See, I've got quite a good broadband connection, so it's managed to download all this content already in that short space of time. We do normally recommend, for the best service, about 2 megabytes to get a good fast download. That's also dependent on the amount of people using the broadband in the house as well. If more people are using the internet, of course, like every other device, it's going to be a bit slower. But you see, I'm already 16 minutes, 17 minutes into the recording, and remember, this is still downloading as we speak. So there we go. So this program is currently downloading. You have reached the end of the download buffer. Please wait until the program has downloaded. Press back up to return, and you see a little progress bar at the bottom. It's still downloading. So if I press back up, it's going to take me back to the menu, and I'll just turn that down again. So that's your basic layout, and that's me back in my actual planner itself, not the downloads. So it still even shows in my own planner what's scheduled to be recorded. And you see, when you go to each individual, it tells you a little bit of the film as normal, and when it's recording, it will show you what you can do with the program itself. So if we go back into your anytime menu, just another little neat thing you can actually do with the services is when you go into the movies menu, for example, box office is available through here as well. So not only, if you don't want to wait until the film starts through the normal scheduling through the channels, you can actually view the services on demand as well. Now, a working telephone line still has to be connected for billing purposes. So although you may not have a phone line connected, you may think, yep, I can get box office now. Unfortunately, it's not going to recognise it. So let's just see, if I was to go and get most popular, there's Thor. There we go. I've not got a phone line connected to my box for the matter of this demonstration. It just comes up saying ensure that an operating telephone line is connected, much like it would be for any box office event. But if we go through the normal buying process, but instead of actually coming through your box through the satellite, it's just going to download to your equipment. And same again, there'll be restrictions on how long you can actually watch the film that's available. One of our newest features though is the box sets, and this is just recently launched. This is actually going to give you options to download older content. So let's see, Back to the Future, we've got the whole trilogy there, and these are charged at a cheaper rate than your standard box office. Pricing may vary, so when you press select, it will give you the price and you can select what you want to view. But primarily, box office is now a mixture of your new films like Thor and Senna, and then we've also got a lot of older films which aren't part of your Sky Movies package, but you can pay that little bit extra to view. But that's your main basis of your actual Sky Anytime Plus. Simply, once you've recorded your content, you can view it through your planner as normal, just like recording. And once you're done with it, you can delete it. And if you want to watch it again, just download it once more. See, it's all down to your usage, all down to your package. If you've got the movies, you can access movies, entertainment for your Sky One. If you've got the right package for the right program, it'll allow you to download it. You will still be able to download if you don't have the package. However, it will just tell you that you can't view it because it's no longer part of your service, much like Sky Plus. Any further inquiries, just put any questions to myself in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer. If there's any further updates, of course, I'll do a follow-up video to this. But this is Dave King saying enjoy your Anytime Plus, and catch you later.